We welcome you into Merrill Red Wilson Field. It's Game 2 of the East Division Championship Series and the 45th edition of Harwich Mariner Baseball in the summer of 2025. They've only played one game just like this, Gino, and they came out on top, an elimination game, trailing in the series 1-0. It's win or go home tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can feel it in the air. As soon as we got here, the Mariners, I mean, they mean business. And Steve Englert, you got to give him a ton of credit for getting his guys back on track. We'll see how they perform today. But, it was an ugly one yesterday. 5-0, had just one hit. No Mariner reached second base yesterday. And the YD Arms faced the minimum for the entirety of the game up until the 9th when Sam Harris got on off of a walk. So, with that being said, the Mariners have not only an elimination game to have the motivation to go out and play, but you just got embarrassed in front of your home fans yesterday. So there's a little bit more to the table, and obviously when you have Pickler v. Englert, the two managers going at it, it means a little bit more. It's a little bit more personal because they've been here for so long.
Brian Matachat for the Mariners is going to get the ball, and he's going up against the Arizona State right-hander Derek Schaefer. Gino, Matachat has only pitched one time in the Cape Cod Baseball League this year. It was on the 3rd of this month against Chatham, the 40th game of the regular season. He pitched well, 4 scoreless, but a lot of weight on him to start out and have good stuff tonight against a red-hot YD ball club.
And I'll give a lot of credit to the Mariners coaches, you could say, because they trust Matachat. And so far, they've gone to some guys that, I'll be honest, scratching their head. And, in the game against Brewster, that elimination game 3, they go to Olin Johnson. And we were both saying, his numbers aren't through the roof. Are you sure you want to go to him? And he came out and he put on a show, Luke. So whoever they decide to go to, I have full faith that they are making the right decision. And they might see something that the numbers might not prove or you might not see. So I have full faith in Matachat to go out there and get the job done. And if he doesn't, right, even if he doesn't, you have a lot of arms to play with coming out of the bullpen, Thomas Shirtleff being one of them, Adam Arthur another. So I have full faith in them that if Matachat goes out there and doesn't get the start he wants, they can go to somebody else and pick up the slack.
I caught up with Matt Conti pregame. You know the old adage, you can't win if you can't score. The Mariners were one hit in a 5-0 loss last night to open up the East Division Championship Series. Here's what Conti had to say. Extend the Mariners radio network pregame coverage at Red Wilson Field, joined with Harwich catcher and DH tonight, Matt Conti. Matt, you guys are up against elimination here on the road, a tough place to play. What's the message tonight?
I would just say scoring runs, getting ahead early and holding on to a lead and coming out of here with a win.
I want to mention your recent, and really over the past month and a half, offensive success. Getting on bases streak at one point was up to 20 ball games in a row. What has your mindset been and delivering in the playoffs as the cleanup hitter for Harwich?
Just really doing anything for the team. If there's running scoring position, try and score them and trying to hit balls hard.
All right, tonight, what's it going to take to beat YD and force a Game 3 at home?
Like I said, jumping on them early, and hopefully we can ride with some little momentum going through the game, and hopefully the bats are hot today.
Matt Conti, man, a few words. The Mariners are locked in tonight on the road. Welcome you back, just minutes away from the Red Sox hosting a game to try and send their YD team into the Cape League Championship Series. The opponent awaits, but for now, the Mariners look to stay alive, and here's who Steve Englert goes to in his starting lineup tonight, leading off, and the marvelous postseason product, Nico Brini in center field. Batting second, playing second, Jake Coonan. Batting third for the entirety of this playoffs, Ryan Garrity. He's 3 for 16, looking for a big night tonight out of the right fielder. 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Conti, the DH. Patrick Foltz at third base. Aiden Robinson left. And 7, 8, 9, Ernie Echeverria behind the plate. Sam Harris at first. And Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. We'll step aside quickly for the national anthem. We'll be back with first pitch on the Mariners radio network. It's do or die tonight in YD.
If you can dream it, If you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
It's go time in Yarmouth. Dennis, the YD defense takes the mound. The Mariners step aside after the anthem and get ready to hit in the top of the first. Approaching a 4 o'clock first pitch. Just a reminder, the Cape Cod Baseball League is delighted to welcome Reader's Hardwood Supply as the presenting sponsor of the 2025 Cape League playoffs. As a local family-run business with deep roots on Cape Cod, Reader's Hardwood Supply brings its commitment to craftsmanship and community to the most exciting aspect of the summer baseball season. Thank you to Jim and Paula Reader for their continued support of the Cape Cod Baseball League. The starter tonight for the Red Sox, the right-hander out of Arizona State, Derek Schaefer. Schaefer so far on the Cape, making his 5th start, has pitched exactly 28 innings, struck out 23, walked 18, a 3.86 ERA. He's been up and down. We talked to Scott Pickler, the manager for the Red Sox pregame. He said Schaefer has the stuff. Originally was committed to Tennessee, an SEC guy, now in the Big 12, a good baseball school at ASU. But sometimes he tries to do a little bit too much. When he trusts his stuff, when he pitches to contact, he's one of the best out here. A tough task for the Mariners against this starter up against elimination.
Yeah, and then they have, if things go wrong, you got Tyler Pitzer coming out of the bullpen too for the Red Sox. Pitcher of the year here on Cape Cod. So, yeah, they've got some support, but so do the Mariners. It's going to be a fun one tonight. And, you know, I have no doubt that the Mariners, no matter who they put on the mound in today's game, in terms of YD, who does YD put on the mound, I have no doubt that Harwich can find a way to get it done.
The YD defense tonight, the outfield moving left to right. Nick Costello in left, Jace Tarnish in center. Will Baker, the free swinging right fielder. He's had himself a postseason. Manning the third base bag will be Jack Bell. At short, Armando Briseño. The middle infield connection will be with the second baseman, Yomar Carreras. At first, Chris Hakopian, and behind the plate, Thomas McAndrews. Nico Brini digs in from the left side. Time to get things started. I think the start of this ball game will tell you a lot about the Harwich Mariners. Up against elimination for the second time this playoffs. But tonight, it's not win in advance like it was in Game 3 against Brewster, and it's also on the road. Schaefer toes the first base side of the rubber. Brini set and ready. Kicks and deals. First pitch fastball right off the outside corner, 1-0. 4:01 first pitch, 76 degrees, not a cloud in the sky in Yarmouth. Dennis, we're off and running in Game 2 of the East Division Championship Series. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Mariners center fielder, Brini.
Brini just well behind that fastball. It was already in the mitt of McAndrews by the time he came through on his follow-through.
Schaefer, 1-1. Fastball lined the other way, foul towards the YD dugout. Brini behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The top 3 for Harwich has been the same. I mean, the lineup, even the top 5, the entire postseason. Brini, Coonan, Garrity, Conti as the cleanup man, and Fultz hitting 5th. All of these guys have brought it night in and night out. We'll see what's in store with their backs up against the wall on the road. The 2-strike pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. An emergency swing. Brini catches a piece. Staying alive. 1-2.
This is something we didn't see a lot of yesterday by the Mariner bats, and that was extending your time at the plate, and Nico Brini's doing an excellent job. First time, obviously, that he's gone up against Schaefer today, so nice job to kind of settle in here.
Schaefer looks in, kicks and fires. Another 1-2. Another foul straight back. The Mariner dugout all up against the top deck on the railing. They feel the importance of this one. Warm-ups as casual as ever with the Steve Engler Ball Club. They're loose, they're excited, they're ready for the opportunity. But a tough test against undoubtedly the best team in the postseason so far. Whitey's 3-0 in the playoffs. 1-2. This one fouled off over the Yarmouth Dennis dugout. Nico a little late once again. That was the 86-mile-an-hour cutter from Schaefer.
Brini, the only Mariner bat to get a hit yesterday. And you can tell this means a little bit more. A Boston guy through and through, grew up rooting for the Mariners. This is a big spot for him.
Third consecutive 1-2 pitch. Schaefer comes home. Cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Got him with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 out in the top of the first.
I would have liked Brini to at least try and swing at that pitch, but at the same time, I like that start. You extend the at-bat a little bit, get Schaefer to work, earn that out, and then Brini on his way back, obviously talking with Coonan, relaying the message down the dugout of what to expect.
Right-on-right matchup with the Harwich second baseman, Jake Coonan. First offering, swinging a pop-up, other direction, out of play, foul. First pitch strike. Look at Schaefer from Cave Creek, Arizona. The right-hander stands at 6'2", 210 pounds. Transferred from Tennessee to Arizona State in 2025 as a Sun Devil. Started 3 games, appeared 22 times. The 0-1 is pushed out to right center field. Baker on it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
It's the beauty of this park. I mean, Coonan didn't get a ton of oomph on it, but it had some carry, brought Baker all the way back to a few feet in front of the track. So, I mean, that's the beauty of this short porch here at YD.
The wind tonight blowing a little bit more in than out, but right at the left field line foul pole. So any right-handed hitter that tugs one, you are going to get a little help. Going the other direction where Coonan went, not so much towards right. Here's Garrity, first offering. Checked his swing, called a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. The pitch mix tonight pretty simple for Derek Schaefer. Just 3 pitches. Fastball, changeup, slider. Throws the fastball around 92, the change at 83. The slider has some velocity, a little bit more of a cutter. There's a fastball away. 1-1 to the Harwich right fielder, Garrity. Slider comes in at 84-85. So when talking to the Harwich scouting liaison, Will Mozeliak, he said it's kind of a cut fastball but also a slider. 1-1, skied towards dead center field. It takes Tarnish back, now to his right. He makes the catch, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. We head to the home half on the Mariners Radio Network, off and running from Red Wilson Field.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power.
Harwich goes down in order in the top of the first, and the ball is placed facing elimination in Brian Matishat's right hand. The right-hander out of Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, stands at 6'4", 190 pounds, just a rising sophomore at Sacred Heart. He's only pitched 1 time in Cape Cod this summer. That was last Sunday, the final game of the regular season against Chatham. Went 4 innings of scoreless baseball. Struck out 1, walked 1. But a nice start and no bigger spot to get the mound. Here's the YD lineup that he'll be dealing with tonight. Leading off and playing center, Jace Tarnish, batting second in right field, Will Baker. Batting third, the shortstop, Armando Briseño. 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Chris Hakopian at first, Ryan Nedved, the DH, and Yomar Carreras at second. 7, 8, 9, Jack Bell, third base, Thomas McAndrews behind the plate, and Nick Costello in left field. What an outing this is. The trust, some may even say the pressure on Brian Matachat. Just his second appearance in the Cape. Wasn't really a guy who was maybe a preseason or week one, month one guy who has deserved the right to pitch in the Cape, but he's come here and done well and gets the ball in a do-or-die game.
You got to have the trust in him because the coaching staff certainly does. And, you know, obviously, like we talked about this entire pregame and then obviously into the game, you have some relief coming out of the bullpen if you need it. You got Thomas Shirtleff, you have Adam Arthur, so Matachat, obviously there's pressure on him, but at the same time, just go out there and do your thing.
Tarnish digs in. He's 7 for 14 in the postseason. Matachat comes home. First pitch swinging is Tarnish. Lines one towards center field. Brini a slow run to his left. One pitch, one out. Tarnish flies out to center.
And that's big for the confidence of Matachat. You get that first out, first pitch. Yeah, it was hard contact, but a fly out, you'll certainly take that, and it's all a mental game. Now you look at Baker, who's been swinging one of, if not the hottest bats here on Cape Cod.
Brings up Will Baker. You talk about it. 6 for 9 in the postseason. Had a double, 2 singles, and a 3-bagger last night in game 1 of this series at White House Field. Right on left matchup, first pitch. Fastball called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Baker in the regular season, a good story. Only hit .209, did hit 3 over the wall, drove in a dozen, but really wasn't this big of an offensive presence, especially atop the YD lineup. But he's kicked it into gear when it's mattered most. Matachat comes home with the 0-1. Foul straight back, quickly 0-2 to the YD right fielder.
And we talked to Scott Pickler, not just about Will Baker, but the entirety of his team. This is a 4th seed that is really, taken it to Orleans, eliminated them, swept them. Now you come into Harwich and you shut them down 5-0, and he said it was just a matter of telling them the importance of postseason play here on the Cape.
Matachat taking his time ahead of Baker, 0-2. The pitch. Line drive, left center field. Brini going back towards the wall, and now comes in to make the catch. A loud fly out to left center. 2 up, 2 down to start for Brian Matachat. For those not familiar with Red Wilson Field, this is the most hitter-friendly ballpark in the Cape Cod Baseball League. The All-Star Game was here, as well as the Home Run Derby. This is a hitter's park. Center field, just around 355 feet for distance. For reference, White House Field is 405 to put one to dead center. Briseño digs in, waves at a slider low and away. Strike one. The pitch mix for Matachat. Fastball, changeup, cut, fastball, slider. His four-seam fastball comes in right around 90. He comes home with the 0-1-2 Briseño. Checked his swing. Pitch was inside, 1-1. Changeup around 83, the cutter at 84, and the slider 75 on the radar gun. A nice start tonight, 2 up, 2 down, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the first, no score in the East Division Championship Series Game 2. The 1-1. Grounded foul on the third base line. Matachat gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now this is where you have to shut the door. YD is so good with getting guys on and bringing them in with 2 outs.
The Mariner defense tonight, Aiden Robinson left, Nico Brini in center, Ryan Garrity in right. Pat Foltz at third, Tanner Marsh back at short. He hasn't played in 3 games. Kunin at second, Harris at first. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Into the catcher Echeverria's mitt, a fantastic first for Matachat. No score in Game 2 of the East Division Championship Series. We head to inning number 2 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed.
No score after the first inning at Red Wilson Field. Time for the top of the second. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Mariners. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, I got to ask, when you're facing elimination in a 3-game series like this, down 1-0 to the Red Sox, how important is it for in this game to score first and play ahead?
It's everything. It really, really is, especially when you have a guy like Matishat who's not all that experienced here on Cape Cod, just his second appearance. The more you can lessen the burden on his shoulders, the pressure, the better it is.
Conti digs in, first pitch. Called a strike on the inside upper corner, 0-1. That was the 84-mile-an-hour cutter from Derek Schaefer. He put Harwich down in order in the top of the first. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball center cut. Conti couldn't catch up. Quickly 0-2 to the Mariner cleanup hitter. It's Conti, Foltz, and Robbins. Everybody putting a star next to Aiden Robbins' name tonight. We haven't seen him in over a week. Been nursing some injuries, but he's going when the Mariners need him most. The 0-2. Conti checked his swing, appeal to first, he went around. The ball bounced in front of home plate, a drop third strike, throw down to first in time. A 3-pitch strikeout. Schaefer dominated Conti in that at-bat.
Yeah, Conti just did not look comfortable out there in the slightest. I mean, that pitch was low and away in the dirt, and Conti just, that's not him. That's not him. Usually he can settle in and know what's in his wheelhouse and what's not, and that wasn't even close on that third strike.
Here comes Foltz. You mentioned slider down and away. It bounced about 2 feet in front of the plate. First offering. Foltz swings and fouls one straight back to the man on deck, Robbins. He pitches to the ball boy, 0-1. Harwich back in their road retro baby blue uniforms, the red lettering, the navy trim. Just about every guy with their pants hiked up, showing off the red and navy socks. The 0-1. Fastball up high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Foltz. For average, he got here for the last week of the regular season. Hit .350 for 14 in the postseason. A lot of the same from the left-handed hitting third baseman. 1-1. Called a strike right on the outside corner. 1-2. The fastball for Schaefer just at 86 miles an hour, but he finds a way to get guys out. Schaefer kicks and deals. The 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Went to the changeup that time and fans Foltz. 2 up, 2 down on the punch out. Here comes Aiden Robbins. YD pitching is something to look out for. They're outscoring opponents in the postseason 18-3. This is now the 4th game they've played.
Ridiculous.
What a moment this is. Aiden Robbins was injured the final week of the regular season, the batting champion in the Cape Cod Baseball League. First pitch swinging, ground ball to second base. Carreras is there, he flips to first. Back-to-back innings. Schaefer and the Red Sox put the Mariners down in order. We head to the home half of inning number 2. No score on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. No score through an inning and a half. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Red Sox. Hakopian digs in from the right side. Matishat still out there after a 1-2-3 first. First pitch. Went to the changeup, missed a little bit low. 1-0 to Hakopian. Hakopian 258 for average, 2 homers, 17 driven in on the summer for YD. He's had a nice postseason as well. 2 RBIs, 5 for 14 at the plate. 1-0. Went to the fastball, called the ball inside. Matachet doesn't love that call, a slight turn of the head, and now digs back in to the rubber. 2-0 to the leadoff first baseman in the second. Hakopian, a Maryland Terrapin, transferring to Texas A&M this coming fall. 2-0. Chopped foul. Matachet on the board. 2 balls and 1 strike. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. We've been with you for now 45 games throughout the Mariners summer. It's been a treat to broadcast these games, work for such a terrific organization. The people we work around have been even better. 2-1. Slashed into left center field. That finds the gap all the way up against the wall. Brini bobbles it. Hakopian into second base standing. A leadoff double for the Red Sox in the home half of the second.
I mean, it's just only a matter of time for these Red Sox to start getting going with the bats. I mean, 1, 2, 3 to start this game, but Tarnish and Baker with loud contact into center. That resulted in flyouts, but Chris Hakopian getting that one more of a liner. It didn't give Brini a chance to get underneath it.
And Gino, that was one of those line drives that maybe didn't surpass 4 feet off the ground.
Right.
But it didn't hit the ground until it one-hopped up against the wall. Ball was crushed. Hakopian at second in scoring position, nobody out. Here's the left-handed hitting DH Ryan Nedved. Nedved drove in 2 last night. He's knocked in 6 in just 3 postseason games so far for YD. First pitch. Fastball up and away, 1-0. You can feel the tension in the air already. Harwich dugout, every pitch, every base runner, like the postseason always is, just so valuable. Matachet from the stretch. 1-0. Called a strike down the middle. That was the slider, 1-1. Matachet comes home, 1-1. Fly ball, shallow center field. Brini comes in, makes the catch. Hakopian back to second. An important out number 1.
Good stuff from Matachet. Settle in nicely. You don't pick around the zone. Just continue to pound it. And Nedved with a flyout.
Nedved, the RBI king. Somehow, some way, he's the best Red Sox in the postseason. And I say that just because there's so many candidates that are in the running. That brings up Carreras with 1 out and a runner at second. Yomar 1 for 6 in the postseason thus far. Right on left matchup, first pitch. Down and away. Change up for Matachet, 1-0. Carreras hitting 6th tonight, the infielder out of Rutgers. Now the breeze fully pushing the baseball directly towards left field. 1-0. Fouled straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carreras. Hakopian at second after a leadoff double. No score now in the bottom of the second inning. The Red Sox lead the series with Harwich 1-0, the East Division Championship Series. If YD can win tonight at home, they're going to the Cape League Championship. Matachet steps off, throws to second. No play, Hakopian walks back. Third baseman Patrick Foltz playing a little bit in. The shortstop Marsh shifted up the middle. 1-1. Pitch was outside. Matachet back to the changeup. 2-1 to Carreras. Jack Bell on deck. Carreras with 10 RBIs, a double-digit RBI bat for YD on the summer. 2-1. Pitch down and away, just misses. The Mariners wanted the call. They don't get it. 3-1 to Carreras. An important spot in just the second inning of this game. YD striking the 3-1. Line to dead center field. Brini goes back to the track, to the wall. He jumps up and made the catch. With his throwing arm up against the chain link fence, Brini rises at just 5'10" and snags it out of the air. 2 outs.
Wow. I mean, Brini has already had himself a busy day. That's now 4 flyouts that he has recorded. not even counting the Hakopian liner that Brini was responsible for scooping up. So he's got to be ready to go. These balls are getting hit to him, and they are getting hit hard.
Here's Jack Bell, left-handed third baseman out of TCU. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Matishat nods his head, kicks and deals. First pitch, change up off the outside edge, 1-0.
But those are the type of at-bats that are going to win you this ball game, Luke, or sway the side in your favor. You're down in the count. Matishat delivers a pitch that's hittable, and you get the out.
From the stretch, the 1-0. Fastball in the dirt, 2-0 to Bell. If Matishat wants to pick around Jack Bell, Thomas McAndrews is on deck. McAndrews did not play yesterday in Whitey's rout over Harwich. He's 0 for 4 in the postseason. For now, the 2-0. Bell swings and rips one to first. Sam Harris is right there. He taps on the base. And good work from Matishat. He points at his catcher, Echeverria. A leadoff double from Hakopian. He goes nowhere, and we head to the third inning at Red Wilson Field. No score on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win, because
We are off and running here at Red Wilson Field. Thanks so much for joining us with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Bottom third of the Mariner order due up. It's Ernie Echeverria, the catcher, followed by Sam Harris, the first baseman. Tanner Marsh in the hole, the shortstop. Back in the lineup after missing the last 3 games. He's back, he's ready to go, as well as Aiden Robbins, who's batting 6th today, grounded out and ended the second. Derek Schaefer on the rubber, the right-hander in his 3rd inning of work. Righty on righty to start the frame. He kicks and fires to Echeverria. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Schaefer so far has not given up a hit by the Mariner bats. He takes a deep breath, kicks and fires the 0-1. Ground ball past the mound, up the middle. Carrera scoops, throws to first in time. 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
It's exactly what Scott Pickler told us about Derek Schaefer. When he trusts his stuff, when he pitches to contact, the strikeouts will come. Already has 3, now through 2 1/3. But he's really been relying, throwing early strikes, getting ahead of the Mariners in weak contact like that.
Sam Harris digs in from the left side. First pitch. Popped up into left center. Jace Tarnish going back. He's called off by the left fielder Costello. Makes the head high grab a few feet in front of the track for the second out.
I would like to see the Mariners start to be a little bit more patient here.
I agree.
When you look at the numbers on Schaefer, in 28 innings, he's walked 18. It's not terrible, but he's prone to ball 4. That's what that tells me. And in a game where you got 1 hit last night, your bats aren't necessarily too hot coming into this game. Maybe feel out the starter a little bit. You don't want a repeat of what happened last night where the starter goes deep into the game.
First pitch to the righty, Tanner Marsh. Fastball low and away for ball 1. But you're absolutely right. You got to feel it out a little bit. That's what Nico Brini was doing to start this ball game. 8 pitches. Eventually a strikeout. 1-0 misses high and tight. But that's sort of the approach you have to have. You got to feel out these pitchers and make them work for these outs. the Mariners so far have not really been doing that. Here's the 2-0. Change up on the inner edge for strike one.
It's a huge boost to have Marsh back. I love that Steve Engler puts him at 9th in the order, kind of a secondary leadoff hitter. Him and Brini can get rallies going if they can both get on and extend innings.
The 2-1. Popped him up straight back. McAndrews rips the mask off, comes over towards the backstop. The ball lands in the bleachers. No play to be made, so a 2-2 count incoming for Marsh. The rising junior out of Liberty. Last game he played was game 1 in the first round against Brewster. Later stages of that game, grounded a ball on his way to first. Looked like he tweaked his hamstring. So was nursing that. He's back in today. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball low and inside right at the shins of Marsh. 3 up, 3 down for the third time today by the Mariner bats. In a game yesterday and in today, the offense, no answers so far from this YD pitching staff. We head to the home half of the third right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job.
We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field, bottom of the third, game 2 of the Eastern Division Final here on Cape Cod. The Mariners with their backs on the ropes facing elimination with a loss today. Still scoreless, 8-9-1 due up for the Red Sox. Thomas McAndrews leading things off, the catcher. Nick Costello, he's on deck, the left fielder. As the first pitch to the righty, McAndrews. Fastball misses low. In the hole, Jace Tarnish, the center fielder, as the order flips. Brian Matishat in his third inning of work. Righty on righty, flashes the glove in front of his face, kicks and deals the 1-0. This one's blasted into left center. Nico Brini back to the wall, and it's out of here. Thomas McAndrews, his first home run as a YD Red Sox, and gives YD a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third.
Got to bounce back. Matishat's done well so far. Leadoff man goes deep. Can't let this bottom of the order start a rally that really gets out of hand as the top is looming on deck. Strap back in, just one pitch. You got to score anyway to win this game.
Righty on lefty, Nick Costello digs in. First pitch, swing and a miss. You're right, you got to settle back in. Matishat, just 19 years old, a rising sophomore out of Sacred Heart. A big moment for him. The 0-1. Spiked at the plate, foul.
Great way to do it right there. 9-hole hitter. You could really tell a lot about Matishat if he starts picking around. A couple balls to Costello, who hasn't been great, especially for average this summer for YD. I mean, he's hitting last for a reason. Back-to-back strikes, he gets ahead. Staying on the downhill, he has reason to be confident in his stuff. He's off to a nice start.
The 0-2. Just a little bit off with the fastball that pulls Echeverria's mitt away from Costello. First ball of the count. The infield for the Mariners shifted to the right with Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, playing just a few feet to the left of the second base bag. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, foul. I should say, from his perspective, a few feet to the left. From our perspective, sitting right behind home plate to the right.
Would not be surprised, no matter what happens the rest of the third, if this is it for Matishat.
The 1-2. Fastball misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Costello.
Some loud contact early. Got away with the leadoff double. That was well done, but now a rocket of a home run.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Nice bounce back.
Fastball on the outside. Costello was leaning forward, trying to make contact with it. Came up short. Matishat's second punch out of the day. There's one away in the bottom of the third. YD up 1-0 thanks to the home run from McAndrews to lead things off. Here's Jace Tarnish from the right side. First pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to the center fielder. Tarnish today flied out to start this game. You talked about the loud contact, Luke. That one rifled off the bat, brought Brini all the way back to the wall. 1-0 spiked at the plate, and it's ruled foul as it was bouncing down the third base line.
You know, Gino, maybe that home run, if Matishat can get out of here just giving up 1, almost kind of wakes up the Mariners a little bit. I mean, they've been non-existent offensively, and this is not a ballpark, it's not a team in YD who you're going to come in here and shut out.
Right. And you know that. This is going to be a close one because both the managers said that. Steve Englert in his 21st season, Scott Pickler in his 27th. I mean, they've been around. They know when a game is going to be down the wire. 1-1 the count to Tarnish as he digs in. Righty on righty. The pitch just misses inside at the waist. 2 balls, 1 strike. We talk about the offensive woes for the Mariners. 3 of the last 36 Mariners have gotten on in this series. Here's the 2-1. Fastball low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tarnish has been red hot these playoffs. Coming into today, 7 hits on 14 at-bats. He's also got 5 runs and 3 RBIs. The 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Big
Peter right on the
here.
inside.
Big at-bat here. You get Tarnish, kind of the second time through, you start setting the tone, 2 outs, nobody on, you lose him. On ball 4, he gets a base hit. You kind of feel the Red Sox starting to rally.
Payoff pitch to Tarnish. Swing and a miss. It's actually a foul tip, just getting a piece of it. He's in and out of the mitt of Echeverria. He pounds his leather as he scoops up the ball and deals it back to the mound. So we'll do it again with a 3-2 count. Matishat looks down at his glove, now toes the rubber. The payoff. Bounced foul, third base side. Rolls all the way to the Red Sox dugout.
That changeup from Matishat is really working right now. It's starting at the bottom of the zone. It's ditching the zone into the dirt. We've seen multiple Red Sox offer at it. I'm impressed that Tarnish was able to just get a piece of that and stay alive. Back-to-back pitches.
Here's the 3-2. Bounce down the third base line. Fultz charges, hauls it at the infield grass, and throws him out at first. 2 gone in the bottom of the third.
I will say the Mariners look sharp defensively tonight. Brini and centers had all the action. Fultz immediately on that one off 1 hop. He was actually playing in, even on a right-handed hitter. So that's a good sign. If you're going to advance at this stage in the postseason, you got to play clean games. You can't leave outs on the bases. And you got to get guys like this out.
Tarnish going down for the second time today. Baker's 0 for 1. The right fielder, speaking of being red hot, you can say the same thing for him. Righty on lefty, first pitch, smashed into right. Ryan Garrity back at the wall and makes the grab. Baker thought that one was out of here. He shakes his head as Garrity picks it out of the air. Man, oh man. Baker coming off of a 4 for 5 performance yesterday. He looks to continue that here today, but currently 0 for 2. The Mariners give up 1. thanks to a solo homer from Thomas McAndrews to lead things off. The offense has to wake up. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field. Time now for the fourth. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Top of the order due up for the Mariners. A good spot for Harwich to get back in this ball game. Down 1-0, but the offense, Luke, has been non-existent so far this series.
Yep, got to get things going. No better way than the top of the order. Now down by a run. We'll see if that wakes up the bats.
First pitch to the lefty, Nico Brini. Ground ball right side. It gets through into the outfield. A base hit for Brini to lead things off in the fourth.
Kid's a warrior. Does everything that the Mariners have asked him. He's been playing beat up. He's simply a ball player. Nico Brini may not be the guy that when the scouts show up to these games that they're necessarily looking for, but he sure gives them a reason to star his name after the game.
Rising senior from Wofford. The first hit today by a Mariner bat. Jake Coonan gets set from the right side.
I mean, that wind is shoving the baseball out to left field. We know all of Coonan's home runs this summer. There's been 4 of them have been that direction. A ballpark that plays way in from the home turf.
Righty on righty, Schaefer snap throw back to first. Brini back diving with his right hand.
Brini's really been the only guy getting on in this series. Got on last night, had the only hit for Harwich. You have to wonder, him not running, is that an issue with his knee that's been lingering?
Most stolen bags on the team heading into the postseason. First pitch to Coonan. This is low and outside. Gets away from McAndrews. Brini into second standing. Been like fortune tellers so far, Luke. We said the Mariners need to get the bats going. Brini with a base hit. Then, okay, he needs to take off for second. Obviously not a steal, as McAndrews just lost it. But there you go. Now a runner in scoring position.
I have a Jake Coonan home run in my 4th inning parlay.
Here's the 1-0 to Coonan. He shows bunt, puts it down the first base line. Schaefer scoops and underhands to Hakopian. One away as Brini advances to third.
That is good baseball right there. That's playoff baseball, small ball. Brini takes second. It wasn't a wild pitch. McAndrews just didn't catch the pitch. Closed his glove a little bit early. Brini off to second. And then Coonan, a fantastic bunt. That's something that him and Steve Englert have one-on-one really been working at. Jake's ability to bunt, and he doesn't when the Mariners need it the most, trying to tie this game up in the 4th.
Garrity from the left side. The infield on the right side for YD plays in. All shifted to the pole side for Garrity. First pitch misses on the outside. Ball 1.
This is one of those situations for Harwich. You have to bring in the runner. A sac fly, a ground ball to the left side will score him as well.
The 1-0. A chopper to the left side. There's nobody over there because of the shift into the outfield. An RBI single for Ryan Garrity brings home Nico Brini, and we are tied in the top of the 4th.
What's that saying, Gino? Get him on, get him over, get him in. That is textbook from the Mariners right there to tie this thing up in the 4th.
Garrity going the other way, and because that shortstop Briseño was playing on the other side of the second base bag, finds the gap. 1 out, top of the 4th, tie ball game, 1 apiece. Matt Conti, the DH, digs in from the right side with Garrity on first. Snap throw back to first. Garrity's back.
Scouting report on Harwich, every team has done it, is throw over a ton. The Mariners not very disciplined with the leadoffs. I would love to see Garrity go here. He has wheels.
Garrity takes off, first pitch to Conti, called a strike, the throw down to second, the tag, not in time. Garrity slides head first and touches the bag with his left hand. Another runner in scoring position for the Mariners with an 0-1 count to Conti. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses inside at the waist.
This is a huge at-bat in an inning where the Mariners offensively, they don't really stack innings. They just have a big inning here, a big inning there, and then hold on. You get the one across, you tie this game up. Now Garrity in scoring position with your cleanup hitter up. It's time to take the lead.
The 1-1. Fouled straight back from Conti, just getting a piece of that off speed.
Right. Conti wants that one back. I mean, that is one that a guy of his caliber can clobber.
Conti, a 20-game on-base streak snapped yesterday against these Red Sox. With a 1-2 count, Schaefer looks back at second to Garrity, now kicks and fires. It hits him. Conti takes it right off the right wrist as he shakes it off, shakes his head, and chucks his bat to the Mariner dugout along the first base side. Runners on first and second for Harwich with one out. Michael Stanford, the pitching coach for YD, out from the dugout. Going to talk things over with his starter.
Huge spot here. Finally, something is giving, Gino. The breaks are going the Mariners' way. The shift doesn't work on the Garrity RBI. He uses his speed for the first time in this series, steals a base. Conti, who has been struggling to get on base, something that he has been dominating. You talked about the streak, but especially in the playoffs, gets on, he wears one, and now you got your best contact guy up in Fultz, your best bunter in Fultz if you want to try and put two in scoring position, and everybody knows who's knocking on the door right behind him.
The Mariners needed this kind of inning. The monkey off their back with Aiden Robbins on deck, Pat Fultz up to bat. But yesterday, a YD arm didn't face more than 3 Mariner hitters in an inning up until the 9th. This is the type of frame they need. Righty on lefty, Fultz digs in. Runners on first and second with one out, tied at 1 apiece in the top of the 4th. The pitch to Fultz. Breaking ball misses low. Fultz went down previously off the strikeout. The second of 3 today for Derek Schaefer. Looks back at second to Garrity. Kicks and fires the 1-0. Fastball high and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Fultz.
Harwich starting to get to Derek Schaefer just a little bit. He drills Conti. Now back-to-back pitches nowhere near the zone to Fultz. The time is now, Gino.
The 2-0. High and away again. 3 balls, no strikes.
As much as I would say Fultz has every reason to have the green light in this situation, with Aiden Robbins behind him, Harwich would love the bases loaded and just 1 out.
Fultz batting right around a 400 this postseason. 3-0. Misses away, ball 4. 4 straight pitches that missed outside. Sends Fultz to first with the bases juiced, 1 out. And you have Aiden Robbins up to the plate. You couldn't ask for a better situation. Aiden Robbins, a 5.45 slugging, best on the Cape. A 3.07 average, also best on the Cape. He digs in from the right side. Righty on righty. Schaefer, a long pause, kicks and deals. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-0 the count.
Robbins has not played since the 2nd of August. No better way to reintroduce yourself to a ballpark that he's homered in twice already this summer.
The 1-0. Lined up the middle, down for a hit. Garrity in to score. Conti puts on the brakes at third. And Aiden Robbins, welcome back. Harwich takes a 2-1 lead off an RBI single from Aiden Robbins that scores Ryan Garrity.
There are a lot of Mariner fans here. They made a lot of noise off that hit, but nobody made more noise than Aiden Robbins on the first base bag. Looks at the dugout, says, come on, let's go. I don't think this rally's ending here, Gino.
Bases still loaded with one out. Mariners up 2-1. In the top of the fourth, Ernie Echeverria batting seventh in the order today, digs in from the right side. Talk about the focus, that determination, that energy from Aiden Robbins. We saw it before the game. Told us, check the lineup, I'm back. Long pause for Schaefer on the mound, and he takes time off the rubber. Thomas McAndrews slowly walks out towards the hill. Bases loaded with just one out. Ernie Echeverria 0 for 1 today. But this is what the Mariners needed, Luke. This is what we were waiting for yesterday in a 5-0 silencer from start to finish by the YD Red Sox. They just didn't have an inning like this.
But while we have a second, Aiden Robbins. He's a Texas Longhorn. He's an SEC guy. He's come to the Cape, an all-star, the batting champion. He has no reason to still be here. He's playing through an injury. And you can just tell from his reaction after the RBI what he said to the dugout. He cares. He's a ball player. He loves this.
Dislocated his finger and is back in. First pitch to Echeverria. Called a strike on the bottom edge. Steve Englert from the Mariner dugout yells out to the home plate umpire, Jim Fonseca, and says, come on. 0-1 the count to Echeverria. Here's the pitch. Foul tip straight back into McAndrews, and he keels over. Right in the lower abdomen.
Everybody knows where that was.
Scott Pickler comes out, looks at his catcher, who's now on his back.
Definitely just needs a second. Michael Catalano warming in the YD bullpen, one of their best starting pitchers this entire summer, has not pitched in the postseason. Was honestly surprised that he didn't get the ball today, but he is up and moving. I'm just at the point where how much more does Schaefer have left to prove in a game for YD where you get off to a lead, the bases loaded with one out, you give up the hit to Robbins? I would think Scott Pickler would have gone to the pen before this at-bat with Echeverria. Maybe a good decision that he didn't. He's quickly ahead of Ernie 0-2. But what a rally this has been. And, Gino, I want to emphasize, just because you have the lead, just because Robbins is fired up, you cannot be satisfied with a one-run lead right now.
No.
You're in a bases-loaded, one-out situation. You got to get up at least another run. You got to find a way to fly one out to the outfield and protect if you're Echeverria. Because we know the Mariner bullpen, and we know the postseason. One-run leads don't mean anything. But you give Harwich a two-run cushion, anything more, now you're talking.
McAndrews back on his feet. Standing in the grass right behind home plate. Hands on his knees. Scott Pickler right off his left shoulder. But you're right, the Mariners, they cannot be satisfied. And they know that. I mean, heck, YD can tie it up with this friendly hitting ballpark here. Just one swing of the bat. We already saw a home run from Thomas McAndrews to lead things off in the bottom of the third. Dead center here at Red Wilson. Right around 350. McAndrews back in his squat position behind the dish. looks straight down into the dirt and now up to the mound at Schaefer. Puts the mask back on. And the glove back on his left hand. Scott Pickler waiting as he takes some warm-up pitches to see if he's okay.
We never like to see guys get injured, but such a long pause in a moment like this, mid-count in the at-bat to Echeverria. Wonder what kind of swing it has on the game. Most importantly, the health of McAndrews, but if he's going to stay in the game, we'd like to hope, especially in summer baseball, that he's 100%.
Takes the mask off, down on one knee. Pickler comes out, taps him on the shoulder and says, all right, let's come back to the dugout. Your job here is done. So McAndrews slowly walking back to the Red Sox dugout. You got to give him a ton of credit for trying to stick with it. But just in immense pain. He's down on his back, gritting his teeth together after he took that foul tip straight back at the lower abdomen.
Red Sox have Dylan Douglas rostered as a catcher out of Hope International College. They also have Capisi, who played yesterday from Creighton. Looks to be a blue chest protector. We don't have a number yet, but that is Capisi. Yes, I can confirm. He's now putting on the gear and will come into the game.
So Nick Capisi, Connor Capisi will be the replacement. Scott Pickler out to the mound. That's going to be Derek Schaefer's day. They look towards the bullpen and wait for the new arm in Catalano. While they warm up and the Mariners huddle outside their dugout, talking with the scout liaison, Will Mozeliak. What to expect from this new arm. We'll take a step aside. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field. Top of the fourth, 2-1 Mariners on top of the Red Sox in a rally that was much needed from Harwich. They get their first hit and their first run of the day. Nico Brini led things off. Got on board off a single. He was brought home an RBI single from Ryan Garrity. Garrity was brought home from Aiden Robbins. Bases loaded with one out. An 0-2 count to Ernie Echeverria. New man on the mound For YD, it's Michael Catalano. Righty on righty. Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back.
This is really tough on Echeverria to face off against the old pitcher for the first 2 pitches of this at-bat, and now be in a 2-strike count, looking to protect but also drive in a runner here. A big spot.
0-2 the count with 1 out, bases loaded. Mariners up by 1. Here's the pitch. Misses well high. Connor Capisi behind the dish, rises and hauls it in right at the head of Echeverria. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, now he's seen 2. Got to dig in, just grind. This is one of those at-bats, just chuck your hands and hope that you push it out the other way.
The 1-2. Changeup misses on the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Mariner dugout loving that from Echeverria, staying patient. Steve Englert calls out, let's go easy. Easy E is Ernie Echeverria's nickname here in Harwich. Throw back to second, not in time. Pat Foltz diving with his right hand first. Yomar Carreras applying the tag. It was close. Foltz wasn't expecting it, but Catalano looked like a ballerina with the turnaround. Just missing the tag. 2-2 the count to Echeverria. Another throw back to second. This time Foltz was expecting it. He's back standing on the bag. Steve Englert thought that was a balk. Now he comes out from the Mariner dugout along the first base side. Palms up to the sky. He looks at Ryan Damari and says, come on. Now Steve Englert addressing all 3 umpires and saying, come on, let's talk it over as a group. So Michael Chuckerman from first, he comes over to talk with Steve Englert. Red Sox fans not happy with it. Steve Englert really getting into it, using both hands.
Postseason baseball, Gino.
Absolutely.
Can't beat it. The sentence I heard out of Steve Englert's mouth was, I don't know what the rule is, you change it every game. Which is why he's out there demanding just a fair explanation to keep consistent, and now kind of the jawing back and forth is just a given when Steve goes out there.
It did look for a split second like Catalano was coming forward and then made the move back to second. The YD fans ruthless here at Red Wilson Field as Steve Englert retreats to his dugout. 2-2 the count, bases loaded, 1 out. Mariners up by 1 in the top of the 4th. Echeverria, the 2-2, he fouls it straight back into the bleachers.
If Ernie can drive in a run here, I mean, imagine if he finds a base hit, the momentum that would just launch in the Harwich direction, even after Steve went out there. Caught a lot of grief from the YD fans as well.
Echeverria just 19 years old, the 2-2. A hanger of a curveball that misses high and tight. Works the count full. What an at-bat for the UPenn catcher. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the payoff to Echeverria. Ground ball left side, Bersenio on the back pick, he fumbles it into the outfield. The Mariners score 2 with the bases loaded, courtesy of Ernie Echeverria, who pounds his hands together over at first.
His second hit as a Mariner, and maybe the biggest of the summer for Harwich. That has been Echeverria's game. Got in just 2 weeks ago, has played every position, been uncomfortable, been in big spots, and delivered time and time again. What a base hit that is. 4-1 the count. Here come the Mariners.
Conti in to score, Foltz in to score. Runners on the corners as the Mariners take a 4-1 lead in the top of the 4th with just 1 out. Sam Harris from the left side. Righty on lefty. Here's the pitch. Foul tip straight back into Capisi. 0-1 the count to Harris. But going back to Ernie Echeverria, Luke, the everyday catcher out of UPenn, He was tasked to play in left field the last 2 games because of the injuries, because of guys leaving here in Harwich, and he took it in stride, literally, making several phenomenal catches on the run, doing what he can to help his team win. He's back behind the dish in today's game, but stepping up offensively, you couldn't ask for anything more.
Now a big spot for Harris. We've talked about it the entire summer, Gino, and we've been right on, I will say. The bottom of the order makes or breaks your offense in the postseason.
The 0-1 to Harris, misses outside. The throw to third. It gets away from the third baseman, Bell. Capisi tried to catch Robbins off the bag. He's in to score. He's skipping on his way to the Mariner dugout. High fives all around, and the Mariners are up 5-1. You think summer ball doesn't matter? Think again.
Aiden Robbins is a game changer. He's an MVP. I might just have to say he might be the Cape League MVP snub of the 2025 summer. Takes a lead. He baits the throw down. The throw goes into left. Unbelievable.
1-1 the count to Harris. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer edge.
Gino Harris, a guy in batting practice today, launching balls over the fence. Now, none of that matters until you bring it into the real game. But he's been swinging a hot bat and hitting the ball hard, most importantly.
Echeverria into second. Here's the 1-2 to Harris. This is low. Harris thought about it, turned his right foot like he was going to swing, and then held off. 2-2 the count. The shortstop, Briseño, playing just off the second base bag to the left side. Here's the 2-2. Lined into left, down for a hit. Echeverria stops at third, but Sam Harris keeping this offensive party alive here at Red Wilson Field.
Laced into left. Another hard hit ball. This is the Harwich Mariner team that is finding a stride. This is the offense that we saw in the opening round. And hey, that's why you play a series, Gino. Still a lot of ball game to go tonight, but you got to keep it coming. You got Marshup, a good contact guy. Drive-in runs. Already 5 in the fourth, and one guy 90 feet away in a one-out situation.
5 hits for the Mariners as well after having just 1 knock yesterday against this YD team. Righty on righty. First pitch to Marsh, who shows bunt. Taps it down the first base line. It's scooped up by Catalano. That's going to bring in Echeverria. The underhand to first is in time. 2 gone, but the Mariners tack on 1 more. It's 6-1 in the top of the fourth.
This is impressive, Gino. This is high-level baseball. This is why the fans come to Cape League games. I mean, the combination of clutch hitting, long at-bats, small ball. We've seen Coonan lay down a marvelous bunt in this game. None better than the Marsh RBI bunt right there. The Mariners have bat around in the 4th inning and woken up offensively when they needed it most.
Harris on second. The order flips. First pitch to Nico Brini. A swing and a miss. Gets away from Capisi as the ball rolls towards the Mariners' side. He scoops it up and deals it back to the mound. Harris stays put on second. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Brini started this parade with a leadoff single in this frame. Here's the 0-1. A high chopper up the middle. It's scooped up by the shortstop, Briseño. A sidearm to first in time for the 3rd out. 5 hits, 6 runs by the Mariners. And what a time to get it. We head to the home half of the 4th. Game 2, the Mariners backs on the ropes. They got to punch their way out of it. And Brian Matishat looking to protect this lead heading into his 4th inning of work. We'll see if the 19-year-old can get the job done. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day.
Bottom of the fourth, an elimination game for the Harwich Mariners in the Eastern Division Final. And Harwich doing just what the doctor ordered, delivering a rally to start the fourth. 5 hits, 6 runs. They lead by 5. It's 3-4-5, 2 up for the Red Sox. First pitch to Armando Briseño off the high heat, a foul ball that goes straight back. Briseño, Hakopian, and Nedved, the 3 up to hit in this frame. Brian Matachat in his 4th inning of work. Righty on righty. Kicks and deals, the 0-1. Off speed, just a little outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Briseño, the shortstop, went down off the strikeout earlier today.
Big inning here for Matachat. He gets the nod to go into the 4th, now protecting a 5-run lead.
The 1-1. Pulled foul. 2 strikes to Briseño. Matachat just 19 years old. His 2nd appearance on the mound here in Cape Cod. The first was back on August 3rd, the final game of the regular season against the Chatham A's. The 1-2. Fly ball into left. Aiden Robbins retreating back towards the wall, and that's where it lands. It one-hops off the fence. A stand-up lead-off double for Armando Briseño. His first hit today.
Gino, Matachat just making his 2nd appearance on the Cape this summer. I would have to think that 3 innings of 1-run baseball would be enough with a healthy bullpen behind him. But to give him the nod in the 4th, he's given up a home run already, a double that was 107 off the bat. I feel like at this time, I'm not going to say a ticking or a timer on Matachat, but it's a matter of kind of when is the big YD inning. I would get someone moving quickly.
Chris Hakopian from the right side stares at a fastball down the middle for strike 1. We still have Thomas Shirt left. You still have Adam Arthur, 2 of the guys we've been waiting to see out of this Mariner bullpen so far these playoffs. As Jim Fonseca calls time from behind the dish.
I mean, Harwich has taken full control of this game, so it maybe has bought Matachat another inning, but you would hate to get this crowd back into it and have them start.
The 0-1. Fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike 2.
Give Matachat a ton of credit. He's up for the challenge tonight.
Talked about the loud contact from the double. That was by this man right here, the first baseman for YD, Chris Hakopian. Down 0-2 in the count. Matachat trying to put him away. He looks back at second, now kicks and deals. Off speed, low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Hakopian, one of the leaders on this YD team. 37 games as a Red Sox this summer, the most with his teammate Will Baker. The 1-2, swing and a miss, got him fishing in the dirt with the changeup. Echeverria scoops it up off the 3rd strike drop and fires out Hakopian at first.
After the leadoff double from Hakopian, he was able to strand him back in the 2nd. Now a leadoff double from Briseño. He starts off the order to try and strand the runner at 2nd with a strikeout to Hakopian himself. If Brian Matachat can battle here in the 4th and keep this a 5-run Harwich lead, He deserves a standing O from the Mariner fans here tonight.
Nedved from the left side. First pitch. Stares at the changeup right on the outside for strike one.
And I say if. Nedved is hitting .500 in the postseason with 6 RBIs, and Carreras right behind him. A lot of the same.
Carreras on deck, the 0-1. Popped up foul over the Red Sox dugout along the third base side. 0-2 the count. Nedved 0 for 1 today. Briseño on second after a leadoff standing double that brought Aiden Robbins, the left fielder, all the way back to the wall. Madishat trying to deliver back-to-back strikeouts. The 0-2 skips in the dirt off the chest of Echeverria. He scoops line and makes sure Briseño does not take off for third. First ball of the count. Ryan Nedved in just his 5th game as a Red Sox this summer. We talk about Hakopian, one of the leaders on this team, someone that's been here all year. Nedved, the opposite, but still just as important. The 1-2, this one gets away from Echeverria, goes all the way to the backstop, and Briseño plows into third. A pitch that was just low and outside. Echeverria couldn't get behind it. It misses over his glove. And now YD with a runner 90 feet away from scoring. 6-1 the score with the Mariners on top here at Red Wilson Field in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out, a 2-2 count to Nedved. Righty on lefty. Jim Fonseca calls time. Looks down the first base line. Michael Chuckerman yelling out, making sure everyone's on the same page. Jim Fonseca points back to Madishat on the mound and says, let's get going. The 2-2. Whistles high. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Madishat's got to throw a strike here. If Nedved gets another hit in the playoffs to drive in a run, so be it. You can't give a free pass. You're up by 5, kind of a shutdown spot. You would trade a run for an out right here.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The changeup low and away fans Nedved. Back-to-back strikeouts from Brian Madishat. 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th.
That's serious right there, Gino. That's delivering. That is clutch. Leadoff double, K. Now you're 1 pitch away, 1 out away, and he will be pumped up coming back to the dugout if he can strand this runner.
Yomar Carreras from the left side, righty on lefty. First pitch. This is inside, right at the waist of Carreras, who goes back on his heels to avoid getting hit from the fastball. Briseño on third. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 to Carreras. Changeup misses in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Carreras 0 for 1 today. Rising sophomore from Rutgers. Yesterday went 0 for 4 with a walk. The 2-0. Hard hit chopper down the first base line. It gets away from Jake Coonan, who sprawls out from second into the outfield, and that scores Briseño from third. An RBI single for Yomar Carreras, his first hit of the series.
That's big for YD right there. A 2-out RBI. It didn't come easy. Carreras worked for it, just squeaks through the Mariner right side of the infield, and you scratch 1 across. You need 4 more. But just to kind of feel right back in this ball game, the crowd gets alive a little bit. A big spot for Madishat to just keep it at 1 here in the 4th.
Righty on lefty for Jack Bell. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Believe, Jack, believe.
Mariners up 6-2. Carreras on first. Had 2 stolen bags in the regular season. The 0-1, swing and a miss, fastball. That Bell was behind. Now just 1 pitch away from ending this frame. Madishat in search of his 5th strikeout and his 3rd of the inning. The 0-2, swing and a miss, he got him. changeup low and away. And Madishat struts off the mound, puts his glove to his face, says a few things, and now addresses his catcher, Echeverria, on their way back to the dugout. Fist bumps all around for the rising sophomore out of Sacred Heart. Has gone 4 innings in this game and has protected this lead for now. It's 6-2 Mariners on top. We head to the 5th on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all...
We welcome you back to YD. The Mariners have a 6-2 lead through 4 innings of play of Game 2 of the East Division Championship Series in the Cape League playoffs. The Mariners put up a 6th spot the last time they were up in the top of the 4th, looking for more. It's 2, 3, and 4. Coonan, Garrity, and Conti. The reliever Catalano, who got beat up a little bit in that long Harwich rally, back out there on the rubber. Right-on-right matchup, Catalano kicks and deals. First pitch fastball, that's too high. 1-0. Coonan's 0 for 1 tonight. He successfully sacrificed a Mariner over on his bunt in the 4th inning, and then it was just a string of hits, walks, even an error in there for YD, which led to the 6 runs for Harwich. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. A slider in the dirt, 1-1. Gino, over the half inning, we were presented a Brewster bun from Eat Cake for Breakfast, a pastry shop in Brewster, and I will say I dove into it. It is unbelievable.
It looks incredible.
1-1 to Coonan. Swing and a miss. That one was the curveball from Catalano. Back-to-back swinging strikes. Coonan behind in the count, 1-2.
How does this stack up against the donut burger, though?
It completely cleans it. Catalano looks in. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider, curveball, curveball. Coonan, 3 consecutive swing and miss. 1 down in the 5th.
Yeah, Coonan just didn't look comfortable swinging at pitches that were well outside of his wheelhouse that time, and it's not like him. 0 for 3 today, but obviously that sac bunt that brought Brini over. You know, you expect a little bit more from the power hitter for the Mariners.
Here's Garrity. First right down the middle. Garrity stared at it, called strike 1. Garrity really got the rally going. I mean, Brini put the Mariners' first hit up on the board in the 4th, but then Coonan bunted him over, and Garrity beat the shift. He went the other way for the first RBI. The 0-1 narrowly misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike, and it felt like Harwich was just going to tie the game up. They were right back in it. But then Conti was plunked. Foltz was walked. Robbins the big hit to put Harwich on top, and the floodgates opened from there. 1-1 is down. 2-1 to the Harwich right fielder.
And that was really impressive from Garrity to go the other way. I mean, that's how you beat the shift, and they couldn't do it yesterday. But even on the times, you know, the one reminded me of Kyle Wolf when he went the other way. It was right to the infielder.
2-1, chopped right at the plate. Catalano charges, fields, and flips to first. 2 up, 2 down in the Harwich 5th.
But, Luke, this is how the Mariners have played their games all summer long. You go up to a lead, and then you just protect. It almost is like the offense forgets how to hit, but it's just you lock down on defense and make sure the other team does not come back in the game.
We talked about it after the Mariners scratched that tying run across in the 4th inning, that you can't stop here. because you hit the nail on the head. Typically when this offense wakes up, it's 1 or 2 massive innings, and the pitching kind of holds on throughout. 6-2 lead, 2 outs, nobody on. Conti swings and misses at a first pitch slider, 0-1. Catalano's off speed has been working here in the second. When he came into the game, the bases were loaded. He gave up a 2 RBI single to Echeverria, then another hit to Harris, and then Marsh, the sacrifice bunt RBI, none of which were earned on the reliever, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. The slider in the dirt. He's got that thing on a string right now. 0-2 to Conti.
Conti has been fooled from these pitches down and outside. He's had a hard time catching up with him.
Catalano working quick. The 2-strike pitch. Fastball high. Conti just trying to settle into this at bat. This is the exact type of defensive innings and pitching innings that Whitey's looking for. Quick, efficient, easy. And then go give yourself a chance offensively to cut into a 4-run lead that Harwich holds. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at the letters. Conti can't keep up. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th on the Mariners radio network. It's 6-2 Harwich.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball or just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is the official winner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source.
Brian Matachat stays on the rubber for Harwich into his 5th inning. Mariners 6, Red Sox 2. Harwich on the brink of elimination, trying to protect a 4-run lead. First pitch, called a strike to Connor Capisi. 8-9-1 due up for the Red Sox. Gino, your thoughts on Matachat going into the middle innings?
I'm not going to question the coach's decision, but personally, I'm not a fan. Now, I can see why, maybe you attack the 8-9, and then as the order turns over, Tarnish, those are the 3 hitters you're going up against. Now, Tarnish obviously is waiting to get going. He's 0 for 2, but maybe you say, you know what, see how you fare against the bottom part of the order, then we'll go from there.
1-1, called a strike right at the top of the zone. Matachat gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brian's done well.
I mean, he can shut me up right here.
A really nice start, but I think what you're more trying to bring up is the point where when you're on elimination, you can't mess around.
Right.
Can't try things out. The 2-strike pitch, liner to third, and Fultz snags it out of the air. But for this guy right here, he is the batting champion of the Cape Cod Baseball. This guy right here, he is the batting champion of the Cape Cod Baseball League. He's transferring from Seton Hall to one of the biggest baseball schools in the country in Austin, Texas, to play for the Longhorns. And he's still here representing the Mariners and dominating. 2-1, a breaking ball high. Robinson a hitter's count. It's 3-1.
And we talked to Jamie Shevchek, the manager for Brewster, and he said the same thing about a guy in Carson Tinney. He doesn't have to be here, but he's here anyways. That earns my respect.
3-1, popped up over our heads, foul. Fastball inside at 93, 8 Robbins up. The count runs full. 1 out, nobody on. Echeverria on deck. The Mariners up 6-2 in a win-or-go-home playoff game, trailing in the series 1-0 to YD. It's the East Division Championship Series. The winner goes to the Cape League Championship. The payoff, up and in. Robbins draws a walk. Back like he never left, Gino. On base 2 out of 3 times tonight along at bat. And the Mariners have a 1-out base runner in the 6th.
So impressive. I mean, the guys that can be inserted in a lineup after missing some time and act like they haven't missed a beat. I mean, just so impressive.
Guy like Catalano, who throws a ton of strikes, now into his 3rd inning in relief. And that's the first walk he's issued, only the 2nd time a Mariner has walked tonight. A quick time as the first base umpire, Michael Chuckerman, comes in, has a word with the crew chief at 3rd, Ryan Damari, and Catalano back towing the rubber. Right-on-right matchup with the Harwich catcher, Ernie Echeverria. Robbins off of first. First pitch. Down and away. That was the cut fastball, 1-0. Echeverria now 2 for 12 in the postseason, but has drawn 3 walks and done a lot more than what shows up on the stat sheet. Robbins goes an unbelievable jump throw to second. He's in there standing. Aiden Robbins was halfway to second base by the time the ball left Catalano's palm. A game-changing player, changing this game tonight, not only with his bat, an RBI hit, he scored off a throwing error from the catcher Capisi, and now he steals a base. 2-0, runner at second, and a 1-out RBI chance for Echeverria. The pitch from Catalano. Breaking ball lands, strike 1.
I'm glad Robbins didn't slide or dive into second because that's how he tweaked his finger the last time he did that. Glad he's playing it safe.
2-1. High and tight. 3 balls and 1 strike to Echeverria. Catalano having some control issues for the first time tonight. First base is open. Robbins off of second. Sam Harris on deck. Right-on-right matchup. The pitch. Popped up. Shallow center field. Going back is Carreras. He makes a tough basket catch. He fell to his knees, didn't catch it with his glove facing the sky, and ended up making the play regardless. Looked a whole lot tougher than it needed to be. 2 outs in the 6th.
It's one of those awkward pop-ups that it could be a center fielder, right fielder, or second baseman's ball. And Carreras on his way back wasn't too sure on how he should approach it. And like you talked about, just kind of made a basket catch by his feet.
Brings up Sam Harris. First pitch. Breaking ball at the shins. Ball 1 low. Harris 1 for 2 tonight. Laced a single into left to extend the 4th inning rally his last time up. Robbins in scoring position. Harwich trying to get that run back that YD scored in the bottom of the 4th right here. 1-0. Jam shot left side of the infield. Coming over is Jack Bell from 3rd. He catches the pop-up, and the Mariners strand Robbins in scoring position. Catalano gets out of a 1-out walk and a stolen base. The Mariners still lead 6-2. We head into the home half of the 6th on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. Whole entirely new bat. You can simply add the puck to it, Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot.
Back here in Yarmouth Dennis, playoff baseball, and Harwich has come to play. On the brink of elimination tonight, the Mariners lead YD 6-2 through 5.5. Time for the bottom of the 6, 2, 3, and 4. Due up for Scott Pickler's Red Sox. It's Baker, Briseño, and Hakopian. Not an easy trio to deal with. And the Mariners starter, Brian Matishat, is back out there for his 6th inning of work tonight. Matishat has only pitched one other time than tonight in the Cape this summer. Went 4 innings of scoreless baseball against Chatham. But the 19-year-old has come to play tonight. First pitch to Baker. Ground ball, fouled on the first base line.
And this is a tough part in the order for the Red Sox. You have Baker, Briseño, and Hakopian. Baker's due. He's 0 for 2, but he is red hot these playoffs.
Third time through the order. Matishat, the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Marsh on the backhand, traps it. Throw to first. In time. The speedy Baker was hauling it up the line. Marsh stayed patient. Zing the throw over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Matishat dealing into the 6th.
Nice pick from Marsh, too. I mean, that was a hard roller. Right to him, and he flashed the back pick, scooped it up, and a nice throw to first to beat out Baker.
Baker was 6 for 9 in the postseason coming into tonight. He's now 0 for 3 against Brian Matishat. 1 out, nobody on. Armando Briseño digs in. First pitch. Chopped right back to the pitcher. Matishat's on it. Underhand to first. Cape Cod Baseball League. Brian Matishat may be introducing himself tonight. The right-hander out of Sacred Heart is really out there making this look easy, Gino.
It's funny because beginning of the game, we talked about, is Matishat, how is he going to fare out there? And we both said, you know what, if the coaching staff feels comfortable with him out there, they're seeing something that maybe his numbers don't really suggest, and they were right.
Hakopian stares at a strike on the outside corner. That's 90 with the fastball. Talked to Mariner pitching coach Hunter Dilworth pregame. He said if we can get 4 innings out of Brian Matishat tonight, that is a win. Well, how does 1 out away from 6 sound? The 0-1. Popped up foul, first base side. Quickly 0-2.
And I want to preface with what I said about his numbers. I mean, his numbers aren't bad, but, you look at his numbers at Sacred Heart, just his second appearance here on the Cape. I mean, this is the playoffs, and people know that. You got to be throwing out everybody.
Hard hit ground ball up the middle, a base hit for Hakopian. Matishat had retired 6 consecutive Red Sox. Hakopian keeps the 6th inning alive, a 2-out base hit.
Steve Englert, the manager for the Mariners, looks over to the bullpen and now starts writing something down.
Brings up Ryan Nedved, another Red Sox having an unbelievable postseason. He's 6 for 13 with 6 RBIs. Nedved hits the ball hard. He can hit for power. One swing of the bat could cut the lead in half. First pitch break, starting an inning out clean.
And that's what I was talking about before Nedved got on base. Do you try and be proactive and not put a ton of pressure on Adam Arthur, who comes out of the bullpen? Or do you say, you know what, we trust Matishat, but also, worst case scenario, we trust the man coming out of the bullpen, and if he's in a bind, he can get out of it.
Adam Arthur, a man up for the challenge. 2 outs, 2 on. The Mariners up 6-2. We'll step aside for the pitching change. Adam Arthur on the rubber when we come back. You're listening to the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
The hitter let off this inning.
Yeah.
All right, bring it back.
Cape Cod 5 is proud.
Welcome back to YD. The Red Sox are trying to get back into this game. 6-2 Mariner lead. And the starter for Harwich, Brian Matachat, went 5 2/3, 6 hits. 2 in so far for YD, but he's responsible for Nedved at first, Hakopian at second, and Adam Arthur is the first man out of the pen, trying to protect the Mariner 4-run advantage in the 6th. A left-on-left matchup, Carreras, a switch hitter, moves over to the right side. A left-on-right matchup here. Arthur, first pitch. Popped up behind home plate, and that somehow escapes play into the crowd. A first pitch strike on the foul ball to Yomar Carreras. Arthur off and running. One of those spots, Gino, where you're simply asked to come into this game and no matter how, no matter what it looks like, keep a 4-run lead. And Arthur's a guy who lives for challenges like this. We've talked to him all summer. Carreras is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single in the 4th. The 0-1. Skips in the dirt low, 1-1.
He talked about Matachat's story, but Arthur has an interesting story as well. Walk-on at Kansas State. I mean, this is the beauty of the Cape League. It's not always the top guys from the SEC or the ACC. There's some hidden gems.
1-1. Off the plate away. That was the changeup from Arthur. 2 balls and 1 strike to Carreras. Jack Bell on deck if we get there. Arthur working quick. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Went to the fastball at the knees. Carreras couldn't connect. 2-2. Deuces wild. 2 on. Adam Arthur looks in. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Arthur fans Carreras and leaves 2 on board. Matachat's line ends 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2-run baseball. The Mariners lead 6-2. We head to on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 3.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Time now for the 7th. Mariners up 6-2. It's 9-1-2 due up in the Harwich order. Tanner Marsh leading things off with Nico Brini on deck, Jake Coonan in the hole. Michael Catalano on the mound. The right-hander faces off against the righty Marsh. Catalano brings the glove to his chest, now comes home. Fastball on the outer edge for strike one. The Mariners in this ball game have been dominant. Scored 6 in the fourth, and then the defense has just protected. Here's the 0-1. Fouled straight back into the netting on the backstop. To end the 6, it was a ground out to Baker to lead things off, a ground out to Briseño. Hakopian reached off a single, then Nedved got on off a single. There was runners on first and second. Here comes the 0-2 to Marsh. Called strike 3. Off speed on the inner edge. Retires Marsh for the third time today. It's Catalano's 4th strikeout. But going back to the defense from the Mariners, Bradishat, just 19 years old, a rising sophomore from Sacred Heart. Get old with runner first and second. Adam Arthur, the walk-on from Kansas State, comes on and delivers the strikeout to end the fray. First pitch to the lefty, Nico Brini. Breaking ball in there for strike one. The hidden gems, those are the storylines that make the Cape Cod Ball League what it is. Here's the 0-1 to Brini. Foul ball at the plate. 0-2.